Hey there movie fans, I'm Andersen, and in concluding my series on the Alien franchise, we already took a look at Alien, Aliens, and Prometheus, which if you haven't seen my reviews of those films, be sure to click the card above for a link to the playlist. And with that out of the way, let's take a look at the latest addition to the Alien franchise. Alien Covenant is a prequel to Alien and a sequel to Prometheus. And from the promotional materials, it seems like they were leaning away from Prometheus to focus on a more alien-like film, which was a bit of a concern for me going in, but with Ridley Scott's recent success The Martian, I was hoping he was able to meld the film together. The colonial crew of the ship Covenant stumble onto an uncharted planet where paradise might be further than they thought. Now the biggest issue, as I alluded before, is the fact that this film wants to be both a Prometheus film and an Alien film, which makes the film as a whole feel like two different movies. A philosophical mystery linking the creation of humanity and the xenomorph race, and a gory, violent alien film. As I said in my Prometheus review, the issue with that film isn't that they're asking these philosophical questions, the issue comes from not answering the questions presented, and unfortunately Covenant chooses to retcon or abruptly tie up loose ends in order to give the audience a more familiar version of the xenomorph. Which the xenomorph and the new creature designs once again look great, but their inclusion lacks the stakes that the original film was able to capture, which has a lot to do with the nonsensical situations and decisions that the crew of the Covenant make. It's apparent that this cast of characters are inherently disposable, but there's nothing unique to these characters that draws us to them. Catherine Warrison-Daniels is fine in her role, but there's nothing to her character other than the fact that she's an unapologetic Ripley archetype. The only standouts in terms of characters is Danny McBride's Tennessee, who plays the character surprisingly straight, but still manages to keep his character likable, and Michael Fassbender pulls double duty as both synthetics David and Walter, once again proving his talents as an actor, adding so much depth to these artificial characters. Ridley Scott once again directs a very pretty looking film, with a number of really good sequences throughout, but the two different tones of Prometheus' slow unraveling and Alien's frantic terror are apparent and don't mesh as well as the film wants them to. In short, this film wants to have its cake and eat it too, but the sad truth is it can't have both. There are plenty of things to enjoy about this film, and if you're a fan of the Alien franchise, I'm sure you'll walk out pleasantly to mildly entertained. And that's why for me, despite its flaws, Alien Covenant is just a good movie. So those are my thoughts on Alien Covenant. Do you agree, disagree? Let me know down in the comments below. Be sure to click right here for my latest review on The Wall, and click over here to see my review of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and a spoiler podcast on the same film that I did with my friend John Maffio on his channel Mothman Jones. Also be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and check out my social media links down in the description below. Until next time, don't forget to watch some movies.